How are you? How was your day? Are you feeling accomplished? Are you feeling ready? Are you feeling motivated? How are you guys feeling? Drop it in the chat. Personally, I'm feeling really good. After this call, I'm going to do another follow up, just closing off this sale. But drop it in the chat. How are you guys feeling? Any aspect, if you want. 75 out of 10. Heck yeah, Taylor. Literally same. I am feeling so ultra good. Getting there, better than I was a few days ago. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. Hello. How you guys feeling? There is definitely more than 2 of you in here. How's your day? What'd you accomplish? I got 2 VIPs today, so I helped 2 people with their hair transformation. Feeling super good. Great. Just got a VIP. Hell yes, Taylor. I mean, I just called you Taylor just because I saw Taylor. Just say amazing. Yay, Haley. I'm so proud of you. Yay, Diana. Awesome. Feeling super good. Great. Wish I could find my wallet. Oh my God, I'm so sorry you lost your wallet. I hate that. Awesome. Well, I am so excited to talk to you guys about networking. Again, if you guys do have any questions throughout, just please drop them in the chat. But I do want to ask you guys a couple of things before I kind of go in. Do you guys feel nervous talking to new people that you don't necessarily know? Do you guys feel nervous and a little scared talking to people that are not in your warm market, people that you don't know? Do you kind of feel like, oh, I don't know how to approach people? I don't want to come off salesy. I don't want to come off in a way that like is wrong. Good, because I am here to help you guys do it the right way. Okay. So when I first started this business, I was in the same position that you guys were. I was terrified to talk to new people. Like I was like, what? I am not going to message this random girl on Instagram. Like, no, thank you. But thank goodness I got outside my comfort zone and I challenged myself and I started making connections, because 3.5 years later, I have a badass team of women who, guess what? I had no idea who they were until social media. Okay. So I have basically like this call is going to be structured off of questions, because I feel like a lot of people just always have questions about networking, how to do it the right way, how to transition, how to bring it up, how to like even just say what we do. So first question is, what is networking? It is building connections. It's talking to people, and networking means you are talking. Okay. So network marketing, that is the industry that we are in, you guys. So if you are not talking to people every single day, I promise you're not going to see the results that you wish that you could see. Okay. So drop a 1 in the chat. Did you network today? I'm going to drop my 1. Good. Awesome. So that's good. So a lot of people don't think about just like, how can I utilize and make the most out of the networking that I'm doing? A lot of people network and they build these connections, they transition, they send videos, but then they don't stay organized. They don't know how to follow up. They don't know where their potentials are. And so the things to do to make the most out of networking is going to be staying organized. So when you have somebody that you are like, okay, this girl is interested in the products, this girl is interested in the business, I sent them the video, I want you to flag them. Does everyone understand what I'm saying when I say flag the messages on Instagram? Because that is going to benefit you so much by just staying organized. So I'm going to go to my Instagram and show you guys, just so I make sure that y'all all know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you go onto your Instagram, you go to your DMs and you're going to go click on, like I'm just going to use Kesley for an example. She's obviously in the business. Hold on, I got to mute. So for example, okay, I was talking to Kesley earlier, and just let's pretend she was a potential. You're going to go up here and you see that flag right there. You're going to click that. It's going to highlight that flag. And then when you go into your messages here, you can click these 3 dots. Oops. Hello. You can click these 3 dots up here, right here. Click that. And it's going to pop up with this. And you can select flagged, and it's going to go to all of the people who are flagged in my DMs. And that's going to make it so much easier when I go and follow up. Okay. So Taylor, I'm so weak. Yes, do that, guys. It's going to benefit you so much because like if I wasn't to do that, you guys, I would never be able to find my potentials. So please start doing that. It's going to benefit so much. The second thing that you can do to make the most out of networking is send voice memos. Who here has sent a voice memo? Drop a 2 in the chat if you've ever sent a voice memo ever in your life to somebody random. Good. Oh my God, there's more of you than I thought. Good, good, good. Okay, so voice memos are going to be key. Even if you feel like, oh gosh, like I don't want to send my voice, like I don't want to hear my voice, I don't want these people to hear my voice, baby, it's okay. Don't let yourself get in your way. Don't let your self-doubt get in the way. These voice memos are going to be so important because it's going to show your enthusiasm, it's going to show your passion, and you're going to be able to present the opportunity or present what you're trying to say in such a more genuine way. Instead of sending like this long paragraph explaining a bunch of stuff, you could literally send a voice memo, just be like, hey girl, da 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 da. Okay. So the third thing that is going to be so important when getting the most out of networking is utilizing your mentors. Okay. Your mentors are here to help you when you don't know what to say, when you don't know how to respond, when you don't know how to transition, when you don't know what to say to maybe break up the message. So utilize your mentors by sending screenshots of messages that you don't know how to respond to, that you may not know how to just kind of switch around the conversation to bring up the business. Utilize your mentors. And the last thing to make the most out of networking is put your mentors in group chats with your potentials after they have watched the video and after they understand what this business opportunity is about. I highly do not suggest people putting people in group chats before sending out the video because it is a lot of wasted space in our messages. And 2, it's kind of like these potentials are like, oh my God, I just got put in this group chat with all these girls. I have no idea what this is. That's going to be very overwhelming. They're probably not going to like that. And it's just going to benefit you and get you more results. Having said, them watch the video, them know what this is about, and then saying, hey, like, awesome. I'm so glad that you watched the video, that you're interested. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my mentor. So I'm going to add us into a group chat on Instagram. You see how I did not say, can I didn't say like, is it okay? I said, awesome. I'm so glad that you're interested. I'm going to throw in a group chat with my mentors here on Instagram. So we can introduce you guys. I did not ask them for permission. I didn't ask them if it was okay, because why would I do that? You want to be full control over the conversation and where this potential is going to go. So like I said, we're going to kind of break this up into category questions, because I feel like networking is a lot of just about like, okay, how do I do this? How do I transition this? What would I say? How do I even reach out? How do I find people? So the first question I wrote down is, how do I find people to network with? So Bumble, Tinder, Wiz, Yubo. Those are the 4 networking apps that I currently have. So drop a 1 in the chat if you have a networking app that you use on the daily, because those, baby, are going to be so good. Okay. We don't just have Instagram. We don't just have Facebook. We have networking apps that you guys need to make sure that you utilize. Drop a 2 in the chat if you do not have any networking apps other than Instagram and Facebook. Okay, good. There's no 2s. Awesome. So utilizing these networking apps is going to be really important, just because these people are ready to have conversations. They're ready to connect with people. They're ready to actually build a friendship, build a connection. And these people, it's just easier to have conversations. I feel like on Tinder, on Wiz, I just find it so much easier to flow a conversation because they're on that app for a reason. They're on that app to network. They're on that app to build connections. And so it's really easy to just start conversations on there. So I encourage you guys every single day to, in the morning, make sure you answer all your messages on those networking apps and make new connections. And then at night, you make sure that you do not go to bed until all of those messages are read, all of those things are transitioned. But the biggest thing that is important with these apps is, of course, our Instagram is our resume. So our Instagram is going to show a lot about this business, a lot about the products, a lot about this community, a lot about what we do, and not necessarily a little profile on Wiz or Tinder or whatever. So getting them to your Instagram as soon as possible is going to be very important. But don't do it in a way like, oh, I have an opportunity for you. Let's add me on Instagram. Like, don't do it like that. Just be like, hey, are you on Instagram? What's your Instagram handle? It doesn't need to be anything too complicated. I feel like people kind of get overwhelmed or confused on how to network because they're overthinking things. Don't overthink. Okay, so the next thing that you can do to find people to network with is go on Instagram, and you're going to go to the search tab, like the this thing, that one, and you're going to go in here and search locations. I do not, so personally, I don't recommend searching hashtags. A lot of people search hashtags. Personally, I don't, because I don't know if this person is within the countries that we're in. Does that make sense? So if I'm searching locations, I know for sure that these babes are in the places that I know that Monat's in. And at the end of the day, like, I want to make sure that they have access to this. So you're going to search locations. So I do bars, coffee shops, boutiques, stuff like that. And then from there, I just kind of like piggyback off the last one that I see. Okay, this person's really cute and she was at this coffee shop. Let me go see her followers. So another thing that I love to do is, obviously, you guys drop a one in the chat if you follow somebody that has hundreds of thousands of followers. That's like, oh my God, I wish I was you. Like, I love her aesthetic. I love the content she posts. I look forward to her lives, like all of these things. Like, it's like the person like on Instagram where it's like, oh my God, I love her. Okay. I have tons of those, like all these fashion babes, all of these aesthetic babes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm learning from you. You are such an inspiration. They're not in Monat, they're just my inspirations, because I want my content to look like that. They inspire me and they give me ideas. So what would their followers be like? Like, they're like me. So I go through their followers because they're literally just like me. Why would they be following her if they're not like me? They have the same interest. They like aesthetics. They like coffee. They like fashion. They like dogs. Cool. Awesome. So I go through their followers and I start networking with them there. So those are 3 ways that you guys can find potentials to network with and everything. So, all right. This is the most commonly asked question when networking. What do I say? What should I say initially? How do I even be a person? How do I even talk right now? Okay. My structure to my initial messages is compliment, connection, and question. Okay. This is a message that is built in one structure. So one little message in a compliment, connection, and question form. So I'm just going to kind of give you guys some examples of what I say when my initial message. So I have a few. So, oh my God, your page is such a vibe. I'm obsessed with your self-brand and content. You're so pretty. What do you do for work? So that's one of them. And then, hey, love, you're so pretty. You take such good content. I have to ask, what do you do for a living? I would love to share a paid influencer opportunity with you. Another one is, and I have these in my saved, so I don't have to go and type all of these all over again. Does that make, like, do you guys know what saved messages are? Like, you can literally just like saved replies and like type a number or a letter or whatever, and like a message will pop up. Do not do this for your whole structure of messages, because that's it's okay. But another example, so this would be for like my followers, like people who I have building a connection with. It's a Instagram. This is all solely on Instagram. So you just go to your settings, go to creator or anything, and just like go to your quick replies, save replies, and you can just add them in there. But it is so important to add connection, compliment, connection, and question into those messages, because it is something where you want to compliment them. Like, I mean, who doesn't want to be complimented, and then connect with them on some type of level. And then you're going to ask them a question, because people are more drawn to answer you if you ask them a question. So Some other examples would be, hey girl, oh my God, you're so pretty. You're so good at taking content. I love the way that you edit pictures. What apps do you use? Hey love, your page is everything. Oh my God, you're killing it. Do you work on Instagram? Just simple things like that. So I'm going to tell you what not to say. I want you guys to make sure that you steer away from, oh my God, you should join my team. Oh my God, like work with me. Okay, so I just kind of like quickly wrote up this initial message before hopping on this call of an incorrect message to say, hey, I have a business opportunity for you. Have you ever thought about working through your phone? I would love for you to be a part of my team. That is so ingenuine. That's so like weird and like not authentic. So right there, like it's just like red flags because you didn't necessarily make a connection with them. You didn't compliment them in a way. And all you're really doing, you say, I have an opportunity for you. Have you ever thought about working through your phone? I would love for you to be a part of my team. Like it just is very like about you and not about them. So just really make sure that you guys steer away from like that grammar of I want you to be a part of my team, or just like blurting everything out in the first initial message. So word vomiting is something that people do quite often when they are networking. So say for example, somebody asks you,
No.
what do you do for a living? Sorry, y'all. Like, so if people ask you, what do you do for a living? Do you guys know what to say? Drop a 1 in the chat if you know how to explain what you do for work. Or do you know how to explain what you do with money? Drop a 2 if you don't. And it's okay if you don't, because that's why you're on this call. So when people say, or when people ask, what do you do? Like, what do you do for work? So I work with a luxury hair, skin, and wellness brand. I'm in marketing with a beauty brand. I'm a network marketer. I work on social media. I work on social media with a luxury self-care brand. Like it's literally so simplistic. Don't overcomplicate it. And don't say, oh my God, yeah, like I work on my phone with amazing, empowering women. We share all these products and get paid in 10 different ways. And, you know, like we get to travel for free. Like, baby, they did not ask that. You were word vomiting. You're getting way too excited. Whew, calm down. They didn't ask that. You're going to scare them away. Okay. So things that like you want to ensure that you are doing. So once you send that message, so for example, I'm going to read you guys like just a couple of conversations that I've had that are with my cold market. So for this person, this was on May 16th, 2020, and we're still talking to this date. Did you guys hear me? That was May 16th, 2020, and we are still talking to this day. She's not a customer, she's not a business partner, but we have built such a good friendship over Instagram, and we still talk every single day, but it's just not her time yet. She knows about the opportunity, she wants this, it's just not her time. But I'm just going to share with you guys kind of how this transitioned, how this all happened. So I personally said, hey, love, you are so good at taking content. Like, wow, I work online and absolutely love creating content too. I was so inspired when I saw your page. She said, your profile is like what I want mine to look like. Let's switch, with a bunch of heart. JK, JK. Thanks, girl, so much. And I said, oh my God, you're so freaking sweet. I would love to get to know you. I've honestly met my best friends through Instagram. Where are you from? So do you guys see how I did not like, how I was not like, oh yeah, so like I have an opportunity to share with you. You want to know about it? I literally was like, oh, you're so sweet. I'd love to get to know you. I've met like my best friends on Instagram. Where are you from? She said, I'm from Portland. Oh my God, wow, that's amazing. I'm from North Carolina. She said, oh wow, I need to travel more. I've barely been anywhere. Sent her a voice memo. She never responded. I said, oh my God, this was September 27th. So a couple months later, which I should have definitely followed up way sooner. Oh my God, I keep coming back to your page, and I wanted to say, I love your self brand. You're so freaking stunning, and you have such an aesthetic. I would love to share an opportunity with you. I don't know if you've seen what I do, but I'm an influencer for a beauty brand, a self-care beauty brand. I would love to work together. And she was like, oh my God, I've been watching you and I would love to hear more. I don't get to travel up a lot, but I would love to someday for sure. And I said, oh my God, girl, I get to travel a lot with my job. I'm going to Punta Cana soon. This was like back in 2020 when I thought I was going to Punta Cana and that time. But a really good way to tell people about what we do without word vomiting is bringing them to either your highlights or your mentor's highlights. I do suggest, if you are newer to this business, if you are not MMB plus, I would send your potentials to your mentor's highlights. So for example, you want to say, oh my gosh, like that's awesome. I would love for you to go check out my mentor's profile. She has a hair care, skincare, wellness, my empire and lifestyle that'll really give you a visual understanding of what we do, the business opportunity, the products in this community. Let me know what you think and I can send over an information video. The biggest thing, if they're interested in this business, like you want to get that video in their hands as soon as possible. It's not something that you want to try to explain all through text. That video is really going to give them every detail that they need to know in order to be successful, like in order to like really understand and like have a good grounding of what this opportunity is. Sending voice memos, of course, is really good, but getting them into your highlights or your mentor's highlights, and then getting them into like getting the video into their hand. So some ways that you can transition into like talking about the opportunity, talking about like the products or whatever you're wanting to do, you can ask them, hey, what do you do for work? Are you into beauty or self-care? Have you ever thought about working on Instagram? So I'm just gonna like quickly give you guys like a scenario conversation, like a fake one, and just show you how easy this is to do. So say for example, I reach out to somebody and I'm like, hey, I love your aesthetic. Your content is so inspiring. I actually am a content creator myself. What do you do for work? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm actually a CNA. But I love doing content. Oh my God, really? I would have never guessed that you were a CNA. Like, that's awesome. Like your content like really stuck out to me. It was really inspiring. She'd be like, yeah, like I love taking content too. It's so much fun. But yeah, I'm a CNA. I've been doing it for 2 years. Really, like, do you enjoy it? Does it fulfill you? Yeah, it's okay. It definitely pays the bills. It's not necessarily super fulfilling, but it pays the bills, and I really like helping people. Oh my gosh, well, that's awesome. Like I love personally helping people too. Helping people is one of my biggest passions. I used to be a nanny, so I totally understand like getting the bills paid but not necessarily being fulfilled. I actually work with a luxury hair skin and brand a luxury hair skin and wellness brand, which I get to help people every single day, and actually made it my full-time career. And she could be like, oh my God, like really, like how long have you done it? 3.5 years. Like, have you ever thought about like opening up and potentially working on Instagram too? No, I haven't. Like, tell me more. Stuff like that. Does that conversation like make sense? And does that like flow easy? And do you see how I transitioned that fake conversation? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're with me right now. Okay. So things that I want you guys to understand with when it comes to networking, you're going to fuck up if you continue to if you continue to overcomplicate it. If you continue to overthink, if you continue to, oh my God, like I don't know what to say. Oh my God, I don't want to talk to strangers. Oh my God, like this, that, and the third. Okay. So when it comes to networking, you guys have to stay consistent with it. You have to stay organized. You have to ensure that you all the time, like you have to network every single day to see success in this business. If you want to see the results quickly, you have to network every single day. And networking should be fun. It should not be something where you feel like, I don't want to network because I don't want to be spammy. If you feel that way, baby, then you are saying the wrong things, because this is not something that you should feel spammy or yucky doing. It is something where you should literally be building connections with people and just saying, hey, like this is an opportunity. I'm just letting you know about it. I'm just trying to like, you are literally here to just expose this opportunity and let people know that it's a thing. Okay. You're not here to persuade people to do this. You're not here to push people to do this. You are literally here to say, hey, this is an opportunity. I don't know if you've ever heard about it before, but like, here it is. If you want it, take it. And I'd love to work with you. Okay. But like a big thing that you guys need to make sure that you do as well, do not ever get attached to your potentials and don't get attached to the outcome. Okay. Just for example, how long did I say that I was talking to that girl for? Over a year. over a year. I thought she was going to sign up last year. And if I had attached myself to the outcome, I would be very disappointed. And I probably would have stopped answering her, or I probably would have just blown her off if she messaged me, you know what I mean? So do not get attached, and just understand that the people who want this will come, and the people who you are networking with, they will see what you're doing on your Instagram. They will see the content that you're posting. If you're being consistent, if you're showing up every single day on your story, if you're posting these calls, then girl, you're doing something right. Okay. You need to show the credibility. You need to show what this business opportunity has to offer. And so when it comes to networking, you want to make sure that you have something to back it up. If you're not on your story, if you don't have things on your Instagram, it doesn't necessarily scream, hey, I work on Instagram. Okay. You need to ensure that the things that you say back up with credibility through your Instagram. So, let me think. Is there anything? Okay, breakup messages is the last thing that I have to go over. So breakup messages are very important. Obviously, you guys need to make sure that you are being very intentional and just kind of selfish with your time, because obviously time is money, and you want to you're here to find the people who want this business opportunity. You're here to find the people who see the vision like you do. So breakup messages are really good, just because it kind of pushes the urgency for people to respond to you, and it kind of gets people to realize hey, wait, this opportunity is about to be taken away from me. I do want this. So breakup messages are things that you want to send after following up 2, 3, 4 times. Okay. So one thing I want you guys to get into your head is following up, following up, following up. Fortune is in the follow up all the time, all the time, all the time. Fortune is in the follow-up. I promise you. You're not annoying. You're not spamming them. You are simply following up with them. Simply that. I mean, if they tell you no, baby, I'm not interested, that's fine. That's fine. Wish them a happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Have a great week. I do that all the time with people who told me no. I still message them and still follow up, but do I follow up with them about the business? Absolutely not. Do I follow up with them about the products? Maybe if they said no to the business. But if they said no to everything completely, I said, hey, baby, have a great week. You're beautiful. Never forget it. And that is how you're going to have people come back around. That is how you're building genuine connections. People watch you. And I need you guys to understand, if people tell you no, it's okay. They're going to come back around eventually. And breakup messages are really going to benefit you from kind of getting the people out of the way that are truly not interested. Okay. So example breakup messages are, I have to pull them up on my phone really quick. I also, a big thing, if people say no to this business opportunity, always, always, always follow back up on VIP products. Okay. So breakup message. Hey, I'm assuming you're no longer interested in this. So this is my last time reaching out. I know you were super excited about this, but I totally understand if things have changed. I'm looking for women who are ready to change their situations and take charge of their lives. So if you know anyone who, if you know anyone looking for something like this, let me know. I'm always ready to help and mentor them. Have a great rest of your week, and let me know if anything changes. Another one that I made it on my Instagram, so I need to go find it, but this had helped me a lot with last closeout. Let me find it. I've done a heck a lot of follow-ups today. Oh yeah, you want to read some if you have some?
Yeah, I can read them. I was literally just going to send it. So this one is literally my favorite, you guys. So people who have maybe responded to your initial message, this is one that I use specifically for that. So if I have sent the video, I don't use this one. Okay. And I can send it in the chat for you guys, but it says, hey, and then obviously insert their name. So I'll use my name. Hey, Taylor, I'm wondering if you're still interested in continuing our conversation. If you're having a hard time telling me no, please don't give it a second thought. I don't have any attachment to your decision. Just let me know where you're at.
That's good. And there's like different follow-ups for different scenarios, you guys. Like just like Taylor said, like that's like something that she hasn't sent the video to that person. Like, you know, like, and there's different scenarios where maybe you've sent the initial message, you've had a conversation, and you're ready to transition the message. You're ready to follow up. Maybe they haven't answered after you sent them to the highlights. My follow-up message after people go to the highlights are, hey babe, what did you think about everything? I see a lot of potential in you. Can I send over the info video so you can learn more? Oh, I literally promise you guys, every single time I send that, they always say yes, because they're like, oh wait, yeah, duh, like I forgot to get back to you, or oh yes, I do, like I actually just went and like looked at them, I got busy. Or me just saying, I see potential in you, like can I send over the info video so you can learn more about this? Because I mean, yes, they can learn a little bit about like this opportunity through our business, through our profiles and everyone and all of our highlights and stuff, but truly the info video is going to give them everything. Okay, I literally still cannot find this message. I'm going to send you guys just like a full list of breakout messages, follow-up messages, transition messages, and everything. But other than that, that is literally 101, networking 101, all things networking. Do you guys have any questions? And if you guys don't, do you guys feel better about networking? Do you guys feel better about building connections? Do you guys feel better about transitions? Do you guys feel better about what to say? Drop in the chat if you feel like you learned something, that you feel like you know more about networking, feel more confident. Drop it in the chat. 2 people feel confident. Woo! Yes, Diana. Yes, Catherine. Yes. Can you repeat your initial message? Yes. So I have a couple. So there's like multiple different ones that I do. And you guys, for me, I always relate to people with aesthetics and who are content creators. Like that's just me. Like that's just who I am. That's the people that I want. But like not necessarily, like you don't have to do that. Like you don't have to say, oh my God, I love your aesthetic. Like I love your content. You don't have to say that, baby. Like don't. Like if that's not you, don't say it. But my first one example is OMFG. Your page is such a vibe. I'm obsessed with your self brand and content. You're so pretty as well. What do you do for a living? My next one is, oops. My next one is, hi love, you are so pretty. You take such good content. Oh my God, I have to ask, what do you do for work? I would love to share a paid influencer opportunity with you. And when they answer that, I typically send voice memos because you guys, like, again, we want to be genuine. We want to build genuine connections. We want to be genuinely offering this opportunity and not pitching this opportunity. We literally just want to expose this opportunity and let them know it's a thing, and they can say yes or no. Again, I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm not attached to their answer. But do you guys have any questions about networking? Honestly, time, please, please, please ask your questions. And again, like you guys need to utilize your mentors. If you don't know how to respond to something, if you don't know how to transition, if you don't know how to just like say the thing in the right way, just send screenshots, ask for help. But if you guys don't have any questions, if you feel like you learned a good, like if you feel like you've learned tonight, if you feel like you are solid on networking, drop an 888 in the chat. Kaya, what's your question? Or K? I think it's K, right?
It's Kai.
Hi.
The K is fine too. It starts with a K, so it works. Corinne and I literally had this conversation. I think it was this morning or yesterday. Anyways, so my whole thing is, so I've had a lot of things like where on Instagram or whatever, I'll DM somebody, and I don't even get a response with the first message. So
Yeah.
I think that's like the hardest part for me. It's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to follow up if they're literally just not even?
Yeah, I love that question. I'm so glad that you brought that up, because I'm sure a lot of you guys experience that, because so do I. I have so many people in my DMs who have never answered me before, but you know what? It's about the amount of people that you're reaching out to, because if you reach out to 10 people a day, baby, you are never going to get a response. It's going to be like 1 or 2 every week. If you reach out to 50 plus people every single day, you will see people respond. It is all about reaching out to the good quality of people and understanding that like they, like you're going to, you need to find the niche. You need to understand that you're going to figure out, like, obviously, like reaching out to people who you see this aligning with them. Does that make sense? Like, don't reach out to somebody who's never posting, who's never on Instagram. Reach out to people who you see potential in, but it's all about the numbers. It's all about, okay, I reached out to 100 people today. I'm going to get responses. Yes, Tay.
So one thing that I do to answer your question also, so I do like when I'm doing networking non-negotiables, obviously there's downtime in between that, right? And during my 9 to 5, I get bored. So I'm like, well, maybe I can do something else. If I notice that maybe they haven't even seen my message, because on Instagram, you can see if they've seen it or not. Maybe it was like a couple of days ago, a week ago, and I missed them in my DMs. If they have a story, go slide up and send one of those emojis on the story, because you could be stuck in their request box, and sending an emoji off of their story is going to move you to their general inbox. I know that all of my friends never checked their request box, because there's always like those ambassador things, or like want to gain 7,000 followers. Like, so they just never check it. So when you slide up on their story, it's going to move you out of that, and they're going to notice it.
Yeah. Another thing with that, you just kind of reminded me sometimes what I will do. I'll kind of look back, like I did this on closeout. I looked back, I literally went to like 2020 messages. Like that's how far back I was. And I was like, oh my God, like I really wish I didn't send that, but they haven't seen it yet. So you know what? I'm going to unsend it. I'm going to send another one. And a lot of people didn't answer. So unsending and sending messages, responding to and reacting to their stories will get their attention. But the quality is going to be very important of who you reach out to. So don't just reach out to anybody and everybody. You want to reach out to people who you truly would love to work with, and reach out to a lot of people. Because if you reach out to a lot of people, you're going to get a lot of results. It's a numbers game. But I am so excited that we had